Hey there, folks. Welcome to day 122 of my year of solo board gaming. Considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. This is Foggy. And if you watched the previous video, thank you. If you did not, essentially I did a little overview of Welcome to the Moon. Now, I had originally thought I was just going to do one game of this. I decided, you know what? This is a campaign. I'm going to go through the campaign. That means there might be spoilers ahead. Fortunately, though, the campaign is set up so that the first 8 adventures sort of introduce you to the game. It doesn't really feel like there's a lot of spoilery stuff. This is more just an overview. How do you play this game? So I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to worry too much about anything beyond that. We are playing on the easiest level. We're playing up against Catherine. And this is, essentially every time that I succeed at one of these chapters, I will get to raise the level of Astra, and every time I fail, I have to lower the level of Astra. So if that sounds familiar, that's because that's what I did during the Welcome To week, where we tried the different versions of Welcome To. We're playing with a copy of the score sheet, which is on the back of the campaign book, as you can see here. So I've made a copy. I've written the date in here, the chapter that we'll eventually go to. I did start to do this, but then realized I wanted to read through the rules first. And then I'm not sure what these are. I really don't. We'll find out. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and start with Chapter 1. This will give us, again, the introduction to each adventure, how it works, and so on. And so that will be the next 8 games. So if Welcome To is not your boat, does not float your boat, I will see you 8 days from now. Anyway, the Human Alliance is sending you a message. The Earth is threatened with total destruction. For several years, we've watched as more and more asteroids fell on our planet. And for several weeks, we have seen new asteroids come closer and threaten our planet and our life. If we do nothing, humanity will fade forever. But we still have a chance. Our scientists have predicted that the moon will be spared by the cataclysm. Our technology is ready to send all of humanity on the moon. After years of careful selection, you are our best hope to build our future on the moon and save humanity. We trust your abilities. It's time to take your responsibilities and carry out the conquest of the moon. You belong to the team appointed by the Human Alliance, the international organization that arose to handle the crisis and whose goal is to save humanity at all costs. The logic behind this team is to put each one of you in competition at every step. This competitive spirit will make you give the best of yourselves for this common purpose. The first step is simple. You must get the necessary rockets ready for launch and equip them for a permanent colony on the moon. Captain Takei here has been appointed to help you between each step. His energy and his determination, combined with his rigorous training and healthy ambition, give us all the necessary guarantees for the success of this mission. He will now give you your first instructions. We go to chapter 50. I'm not going to do a Takei accent, don't worry. And if that's not how you pronounce Takei, it's how this Captain Takei pronounces Takei. It's not the one you're thinking about then. Let's see. Now, in a lot of this, we'll talk about changing captains if necessary. But for the solo mode, when we're doing a solo campaign, you are the captain no matter what. We never change hands, and that's it. I've given myself the captain name Panda and brought out a little panda figurine here. That'll sit right there. The 154 is from the first time I did the playthrough, so I apologize. 50. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to act. Humankind is watching us. We must succeed in this first mission or our species will disappear. The Human Alliance has chosen me to be your captain for this mission. And, yeah, it's true. The marketing team prefers the word adventure. Anyway, as I was saying, I will be your captain for this adventure of our campaign for the conquest of the moon. And I believe I can measure up to the task. Remember, we have the same goal. If we are competing, that's not only for glory, but also to save humankind. Let's prepare our rockets. If we want to succeed, I have to make a difficult choice. And so at this point, you are told if you want to favor human resources, go to one chapter. If you want to favor automation and energy, go to another chapter. I decided that human resources were more important, so we're going to be going to chapter 154, which you'll recognize from that. That's the number there and there. And essentially 154 is not findable. There we go. To prepare our journey to the moon, I believe we must load as many resources as we can. Here are your mission orders. So this is Play Adventure 1, and you're going to use these missions. So it tells you which mission cards to use. Now, Chapter 1 is a little weird. Actions don't actually have any effect. You are solely using the numbers. The actions only determine which floor you can build on. The floors are separated by action type, with this last one being a wild card. Our missions are to fully complete the astronaut and water floors, the plant and wild card floors, and we have to get 5 system errors without actually resolving them. So that's going to be difficult and probably not really that important. Our goal is to get up to this 150. At that point, we launch our rocket, and as long as we do it before Astra does, we win the game. To play this round, you will be using the numbers and writing them into different floors based on the action. So if I do this 8, I have to write an 8 here. If I do 3, I have to do a 3 here. Each of these spots, a lot of these spots, have different effects. Now, the effects only kick in once you complete the row. So I have to get these two together. You can see a little bar there and a bar there. These two have to be completed. These two have to be completed to get these effects. The rocket one, if it's a bold rocket, like 3 there, that means that you get to cross off 3 rockets down here. If it's a bolded arrow, like this one right up here, you then get to shade in a inactive rocket effect in a room that you've not yet completed. So if I've completed this room, but I haven't shaded that in, I'm sort of screwed myself. You kind of want to get one of these effects to get that activated so you can get all 6 rockets from that. Finally, you have a little, well, not finally, you have a little system error thing here. And basically what that does is it allows you to yell sabotage. And in that case, sabotage will affect the other opponent. I don't think it really does anything to Astra. I could be wrong. I think if I kick in a sabotage effect, I get to circle one of these little triangles, and I think that gives you a solo bonus at the end of the game. If finally there's a little octagon with an X inside, that basically gives you the ability to write any number you want anywhere. You can do whatever you want in any other room, basically allowing you to fill in earlier. And I think it's any number that you want. I'm just not sure. Adventure 1. Let's see. Adventure 1. You can write an X in an empty space of your choice, which allows you to complete quarters faster. As you may remember from the base rules of the game, the X acts as sort of like a bridge. It can be sort of like any number, and you can go from like 4x5, and that's fine. You can go 4xx5, that's also fine. You just can't go 4x4 or 4x3. You can't go back down. Let's see. I believe this has to go all the way across, so I can't do like 15 here. That'll just cut off the rest of this. If Astra has a card come up, the Astra effect is select one sabotage effect still available in your marking area and cross it off immediately. So if I've not kicked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, any of these 8 effects, then I lose the ability to use them, and I have to circle one system error immediately. So once 5 cards pass, then I will have 5 of these circled, which, by the way, makes that very difficult to get. In addition, the second time that I encounter those cards, that will deactivate the mission. I'll only be able to get the lower total. So fun. All right, so I think I've talked enough. We've got our deck already set up. I've already dealt out 3 cards. I've got 10, 8, and 3. Our priority are the astronauts and the water, so this is a good set of combos. The astronaut is the least valuable card to Catherine. Oh, and the other thing is to set up the Astra card. To start off with for Adventure 1, whatever your adventure level is, whatever Astra's level is, you'll cross off any number here that is higher. So we're actually going to cross off all the way down to here. And as we, instead of actually accumulating the cards and counting them, if I put this aside, she'll get a 1, and I'll have to just basically cross off 1 box. So I want to kind of avoid planning, except planning is not going to be that valuable to me, so it's something to keep in mind. But let's go with I think what I'm going to do, and again, you can do you can do this and this, or you can do this and this. I kind of want to let her take the astronaut one because the astronaut one is pretty weak. And I feel like 3 is a really good one for the left-hand side here. So I'm going to do three water. I'll write that in. These get discarded. We'll put our discards over here. She's going to get a 10, which means we're going to cross off one box here. And the goal is to try to launch our rocket before she launches hers. All right, so then we're going to get 7 electricity, 5 electricity, 12 planning. We definitely do not want to let her get the planning one, so we're going to use that 12 and give her one of the energies. Which means we can either go 12 somewhere in here, or we can go 5 or 7 somewhere in here. Now I'm looking at this. This feels to me like it's a better, like I want to complete this box. I'm going to do, I don't care about getting the whole row. I think the whole row might be difficult, so I'm going to do 12 here. And I'll take one of these electricities, and I'll give her that. So she's going to gain 3 more crossed off. The missions, by the way, are I have to complete these 3 rows up here. I think I may have said this already. For this one, I have to complete the 2 bottom rows, and for this one, I have to have 5 uncircled things. And instead of scoring points at the end of it, you basically gain these rockets to cross off. So let's see, 4 astronaut, 10 planning, 13 water. So I think what I want to do, I don't want to give her the planning one. So I think I've got to use that in conjunction with either water or this water or astronaut. I think I want to use the number. And I think I'm going to go, I don't want to give her water over astronaut, but I do have to try to get these filled in. So I'm going to go 10 astronaut in the middle there. So I think that's going to be relatively easy to fill in. So that gets discarded. She gets the water, which means she gets 3 more crossed off. I am worried about how quick this will be. I feel like for the top row, it should be anything that is like, to make it more difficult, just make it a lower note. But I think that might be. Let's see why they did it that way. All right, so I've got plant, robot, and electricity. I probably want her to keep the robot. That's only 2. Same with the plant. Electricity's 3. I kind of want the plant to be filled in, so I'm going to use either 4 or 11, probably the 4. And I think what I want to do is I want to go here on this first one, but I want to be careful because I don't want to fill this in. I don't want to fill that in before I get that activated, because that really would be important to get activated. So that was 4 and plants. So 11's going to go here, and we're going to cross off 2 more. All right, next 3, we got 2 robots, 9 electricity, 11 plant. And this is what I mean. Like, I do not want to do 2 plant, because that would complete that, and I would lose out on that inactive robot. I think what I want to do, I want to do 9 plant or 11 electricity. I'm going to go 11 electricity. This is going to help complete this row here. And that would be huge. So we're going to give her the robot. That gives her another 2. 9, 4, 6. All right, we definitely want her to keep the astronaut if possible. 9 and 4, that's here. All right, so I get my first 2 robots taken care of. So I'll cross those off. And in addition, I get to circle one of these. It's a sabotage. I'm not going to do it. Don't ask. And she's going to cross off 1 astronaut. I think one thing I have to be careful about is if I don't do the astronaut on the first pass, I'm throwing away so many astronauts, I won't be able to do it on the second pass. If we get to a second pass. I feel like that is not necessarily a given. 5, 9, and 6. This is just nasty. That's just nasty, nasty, nasty. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this and the 5, because I do not want to give away the planning one, because that's 4 total. I'll give her the robot. That's fine. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do the wild card row, because that is actually one of my conditions, that I have to get the wild card row. So I can either do 5 or 6 somewhere in here. I'm going to go ahead and do a 5 here. And the bottom row looks really nice because it's a lot of just, hey, we're going to give you lots of cool stuff to do this one. So that's there. And then she's going to get a robot. 2 more. She's almost completed her first row. She will definitely do that on this next turn. 3, 6, 15. So 15 is nice and high. I definitely want to use that 3, though. Can't use it on the water row. Can I use it on electricity? I can use it on the electricity row. I could also do 6 or 15 here on this row. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do 15 on the end here. Make that another wild card usage. And she's going to get water, which is worth 3. Eesh. Probably not the best idea. 8, 10, 11. Sadly, that's going to fall outside of that range there, but it's a good one. It's a good one to go with. So I think I'm going to go 10 electricity, and that means that she's going to get 2 more robots, 2 more from the robot. Really need a high number in electricity to get that taken care of. And unfortunately not going to get it, but I can get 9 and 10 here, and that looks pretty good. I'd rather fill in this row here, but this 3 rockets, I can't pass that up. So that is going to be 3 more rockets, and I've completed my first stage. She's going to get 2 more for the robots. She is cruising towards the towards launching. This is a little scary, actually. 13, 11, and robot. This is a no-brainer. 13, we're going for that. So we're going to get an X, and we're going to get to fill in something in, and we're going to get 2 robots. So we'll do 2 robots first. It does recommend that you actually cross them off like this, so that you know that you've used them. So you're going to get tripped up on which one is which. We're also going to fill one in. We're going to fill this in. And then we're going to do an X, and we're going to do an X here. And what that gives me is it gives me 4 more robots. So 1, 2, cross all that off. 1, 2. Just quickly just shot right up. That was 13 and 11, and she gets to keep the 2 robots. Again, this is getting a little scary how quickly she's climbing. 8, 15, 7. I do not want her let her use that. I kind of don't care about the rest of this row. I really don't. That's a lot of row to fill in. It's 8 rockets, and so that would be a plus. I think what I want to do is I want to use the 7 and 8 here somehow. Let her keep the 15. And I think what I want to do is I want to fill this in. I'm going to fill 7 down here on this row. It's going to give me 2 more rockets, which means that row's filled in. And that's going to give me an X. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. That's going to give me something that I can shade in. I'm going to shade in this. Which one do I want to fill in? I'm going to shade in this one here. And then I get 1 more X. Like I said, it does say make sure you're filling things in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this. Just plop that right in the middle. See how quickly we can get that lined up. So we got 2 more for Catherine. Increasing so quickly. 9, 12, 10. And something I'm sort of realizing, I don't need to care about the missions. The missions would be nice to complete, but honestly, it's just get this filled in. So we're going to do 12 here, and what's great about that is that is a whopping 6 rockets. So that fills in there, and that's in there. And then she's going to get 2 for the plant. What I'm hoping is I'm not messing up is that whether or not I'm supposed to fill this in. I think it's if you cross off the rockets, and then once you crossed off all the rockets, you get to cross off. Yeah, as far as I can tell, as soon as you finish a line. Oh, what I'm a little worried about, I think I might have done wrong, is I don't know if you can do. I don't know if extra rockets on each line. So I think what I'm reading here, and I don't know how bad this changes things. I think if you finish a line, you can then cross off some of these, but then you put the extras up here, and then you start with the next effect. So technically, I think one of these, I'll fix it for this one, because I just did 6. I just did 6, and I wasn't supposed to, was I? So what I think it's saying is that if I get this 3 by 3 and 3, I'll do 1, 2, finish the line, and put the extra one up here. And then I can do the other 3, finish the line, and then the next active rocket effect I can do on that line. So I think I messed that up. But what I also messed up was that I hadn't actually completed that, so I shouldn't have taken the 6. So, oops. 13, 11, and 8. And I think I definitely want to use 8 in the plant, or 13 in the plant. So I'm going to do 13 in the plant. I'm going to do it over here. And then we're going to give her the 11. That's going to give 2 more to cross off. Rules. Hard to follow if you don't read them. If you do read them, you're fine. All right, 1, 6, and 4. We got a little HAL effect there. That's kind of nice. I think I mentioned in the overview video, I felt like these cards were a little bit more sterile, and I still feel that way, but I do like some of the nicer touches. We've got Jonesy from Aliens, we've got a shooting star, and we've got the little red dot from HAL. All right, so we got 4, 6, and 1. I don't want to give her that. I think I'm going to go for the wild one on this one. I will give her the robot back. So we'll do 4 down here. Actually, it would probably be even better. No, that's fine. That's fine. 4's fine. I was thinking about doing the 1, because the 1 is more rare. So one of the things that you learn about Welcome to that just I don't think I really knew before. The card distribution is not even. It's not one like a certain number of 1s, certain number of 2s, and so on. It's a couple 1s, couple 5s, and everything else in the middle is much more common. So 2 more, and she's on our 3rd row. We'll get this ship launched soon. 14, 3, and 2. So what can we do here? I can't do the water one, unfortunately. I think what I want to do is I want to do this one, just simply because I need to complete some of these shorter rows too. So that'll use that up. She's going to get 2 for the plant. I'm actually kind of curious as to whether or not I will even, like, how much of a second pass I'll do. I should be starting to get closer to the Astra cards in here. 10, 6, and 7. That 7 is definitely where we want to go. So we'll take these 2. It doesn't really matter. We can do either the 10 or the 6. Either way. So if I remember if I understand the rules correctly, it's like this. I complete this row, and the extra one goes up there. Then the other is an effect for 3, so that'll complete that row. And then she'll get 2 more here. 3 more, and we've got our first Astro card. So we have to cross off an effect, a sabotage effect, and we have to circle one of these, and that means that we have to use a rocket to deal with one of those, which, boo, hiss. Let's see, we probably want to give her the rocket and keep these two. 6 and 9. I think I'm going to go to the bottom row here, and I'm just going to put a 9 in here. And that's going to complete 2 more. Now that means that we have to actually deal with this seven, 8, and 14. I am, as much as I don't want to give her the 14, yeah, because I can't do that on this row anyway. I have to do 7 and 8 up here, and that's going to complete that row. So that's going to give me 3 rockets. I'm going to complete that. I still have to cross that off at some point. I think before I start the next line, just in terms of ordering, I then get to fill in something. I will fill in this here because this is going to be easier to get, I think. And then I get an X. I'm going to put an X here. What that's going to do is going to give me an X and an exclamation. So we'll cross that off. We'll do an X down here. That's going to give me one of sabotage. So we'll circle that. That's going to now activate these. That's going to activate 2. So I have to use 1, I think, to fill that in. And then I can do 1 here. And then I get 1 more X. So I'll do this one. I'll do 2 more rockets. Fill that in. And I get 1 more X. This is a nice chain. This is a really nice chain. I'll do 1 here. There we go. That was all with 7 and 8. That was crazy. That was a lot of stuff to happen all at once. She's going to get 14 and cross off 2 more. So then we're going to get the C card. And again, during the first pass, you're not going to have to worry about the missions being completed. So I do lose 1 more of these. I'll cross that one off. 7, 12, and 7. Honestly, I think my best bet is go here. Yeah, we're gonna go here. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, because I can do 12. I'll do 12. Where's the little thing? And I don't want to give her the plant, but I kind of want to keep as much of a gap as I can between that 4 and the 12. By doing a 4 and 12, I think that's going to help me out immensely. So I'll get 2, and then I'll get 2 more. So I'll complete this row and do 1 more rocket up here. So we're doing well. We're doing well. So that's going to go over here. She's going to get 2 more from the plants. We might do it. We have this to complete, and then that's it. 8. B, 12, and 8. So we lose 1 more sabotage. We'll do one of these ones. 8, 12, and 8. She gets, it doesn't really matter if I give her a robot or a plant. I know I need to go into this row here. Question is, do I do an 8 on this side or an 8 on this side? And I think what I do, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Like it's a toss-up. I feel like I'm probably going to run into larger numbers more. So I'll do the 8 there. And I'll just put these 2 back here. Give her the 8 here. And that's going to cross off 2 more. We've now completed this. We're now going to take the discards, the 42 cards that are remaining. I think that's right. 63. Yeah, 42. We're going to add these in. So this will give us an exact number. We'll shuffle these up. An even number divisible by 3. I don't think there's any way to, unless there's like cards that come from the campaign deck that could really screw up the number of cards. I think the way that it's set up is that you will end up with a number divisible by 3. because 63 itself is a little below 9. That's the reason why. Not looking at the top card, so I can make it fair. So I can make it fair. I'm not looking at the top card. All right. This should go here. Let's deal. 9, 5, and 13. So as much as I don't want to give her a 4, because that's nasty, that would be completed. And that would be completed. And that would win me the game. So I'm going to take 9 and 5. That's going to give me 2 more rockets. I complete this. I can now shade in something. I'll just shade in this one. It doesn't really matter. Because I've now completed this mission, so that's going to give me 3 rockets. 1, 2, 3. And that is, I'm good here. I've got that, that, and that. So I don't have anything left over there to cross off. I don't have to worry about that. I take that back. At some point, I was supposed to have crossed off. I was supposed to have circled 2 more of these, aren't I? Because I've run into B and C. So I don't think I'm quite done yet. So in which case, this is not a good one to pick. I want to pick this one. I'm trying to figure out if that really kind of screwed up the way that I did this. I think so. I think technically I shouldn't have that top row taken care of. That is a tough thing to remember. All right. So I completed the row. I had 2 here. That completes the row. I think the 3 allows me to get both of these filled in from the mission card, and then I get 1 more of these. So I still need 2 more, I think. I don't know. I think I messed it up big time. I apologize. She does get 4 for the planning. So she's in our last row. Last complete row. There's a few on the bottom there. 8, 12, 8. And the problem here is I can't play any of these. Now we're running into a problem because now I have to cross that off, which means I need at least 2 to finish the game. I think I've just sort of like backed myself into a corner. Oh, and I have to give her 1. So it's going to be a plant because there's nothing but plants left. I think that was premature. 1, 2, 3. So I can't do the water, and I don't want to give her the 10. So I guess I'll use. I mean, I can fill in this row. I've certainly got plenty of space to fill in. So water or electricity, both of them will give a 3. I will put the 10 here and give her 3 more. It doesn't really matter. Man, I feel like I screwed up big time. 6, 9, 5. I'm going to continue to aggressively push this planning row and give her electricity. That's going to give her 3 more. This is not good. She needs 11 more to finish the game. And I need to get 2 more rockets. Actually, I need to get 2 rockets. Oh, crud. All right, well, that is... Oh, man, that hurts. That's going to be another one here. I'll do this. So she only gets 1 from that. Even though what I really need to do is fill in that rocket up there. Yeah, actually, I'm going to... Oh, this is not good, folks. This is not good. We're going to do 12 up here. She's going to get 4. I already crossed off 1, so that's an extra 3. It's not good. It's not looking good at all. 8, 12, 11. All right, I'll use the 8. she's going to get 2 more from the plants. She is quickly running into the point where she's got like 4 more to go. 4, 7, 11. Okay, so I'm going to give her... I got to use the 7 so that she's going to get 3 more from that. Let's figure this out first, though. 7 here. So, this is going to allow me to get 2 more. So I'll do this. 1, 2. I can complete the scoring row. I think this works. I think I've managed to do it. Because I get 2 from here or 2 from here. I think I've managed to do it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I kind of screwed up the rules here. Forgetting to do the line by line. And I'm not even sure if that's actually correct. So I would appreciate some clarity on that. But I think that's everything. I think I've managed to do it. At the very least, I got 3 more rockets from doing the mission. So even if that didn't do it, I would have had another 3 rocket thing from there. And then that only kicks in if you have 5 unfilled circles. So because it's 5 unfilled circles, there's no way that I would be able to complete that. But I think that means I win. So yay. And I did get 3 bonuses there. So yay. All right. So Sloppy, I know. Sloppy. It's my middle name. If I've won the game, go to 161. Well, I guess I can congratulate myself. What? Yes, of course. Congratulations to you as well. Anyway, the Human Alliance is thanking us for this first step. We launched in time with all the necessary equipment, and our installation on the moon is going well. Congratulate, Captain, you have won the game. Keep the Captain card. Moreover, you earn 1 campaign star. The number of stars you earn at the end of the game is indicated on each adventure sheet. For adventure number 1, only the player in first place earns 1 star. That's this right here. For the following adventures, the players in second and third will also earn stars. Save the game on the dashboard at the end of the book. Note the number of stars earned by each player. So, this is me, Panda, and I'll put Astra here. I won 1 star, and I'm still the captain. Write down as well the number of this chapter to save your campaign. You will go back to the campaign starting here. Before you carry on, read the specific rules of Adventure 2, then go to Chapter 141, and that will be for another day. Folks, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow.